What's up? Why does it seem like my color is low? My screen seems dim. Oh, there it goes. What is up, guys? It is Saturday night, and we are live. Welcome. My name is Bobby, and I'm an addict. Recovering addict, that is. Anyways, I'm just goofing around. If you're rewatching this, I would suggest jumping forward a few minutes. Once we get a few people in here, we'll get going. Don't really have a topic tonight. We'll just kind of see where the chat takes us. Welcome in. Welcome in. You like my new beanie? I like it. It's that salute to service. Got the flag on it and all that good stuff. Got it for Christmas. So welcome in, welcome in. It is Saturday night and we are live. What's up, Mexican G? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, bro. Hope you're doing well also. So, all kinds of stuff we can talk about tonight. But, hey, shout out to your homie, Mexican G. What's up, Ezekiel? How you doing tonight, bro? So, what are we talking about tonight? I don't know. I'm here, though. Interesting comment, Little Dirk. Can't do that, though. Do me a favor, smash that like button while you're in here, if you would. Like some Motley Crue stuff, Little Dirk, or what? Yeah, I don't know about that. So it is Saturday. Another week in the books. Oh man, that was a nail biter, Ezekiel. Oh my God. Now we need the Dolphins to lose, and we need the Colts to lose, and then the Broncos have to lose to the Chiefs next week, and the Bengals win, and they're in. So, what's up, Fabs? Why is Bobby broken? Actually, Bobby isn't broken anymore. It's broken Bobby's transformation. Broken Bobby used to be a drug addict, and I'm talking in third person here. I was a drug addict, and I got sober, and that's kind of what this channel is about. Sharing the message of, no matter how bad you think you got it, you can always turn it around. So I appreciate the question, Fabs. I have lots of videos up about my addiction, where my addiction took me. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's kind of what this is about. It's about. See, I grew up thinking that I was predestined for prison, and eventually that's where I ended up. Now I don't fancy this as a prison channel per se. I have stories about that. I have stories about the county jail. I have stories about the streets. And what's up, Hefe? What's your question? And but ultimately, it's about sobriety. It's about getting clean. It's about staying clean. It's about being that good individual who my family can look up to. Hell yeah, I got your name right, Hefe. The fact that you got your shit together speaks volumes, brother. I appreciate that, Fabs. Uh, wow, Con's in the house. What's up, Con? How you doing tonight, brother? Hey, I appreciate that, Hefe. I appreciate you tapping in. So, is that the new and what's one item you got for Christmas that you love the most? I can't really say there's anything that I love the most. I appreciate everything that I got. Uh, I got some new earbuds from the wifey. Uh, I enjoy the stuff that I'm going to use. I got some coffee cups from my daughter with my logos on them. Also, there's a new logo on the page. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but yeah, that was from the coffee cups basically. And um, like I got the beanie. I still got another present coming. I got a T-shirt from my daughter. I got these T-shirts actually from my other daughter and my son-in-law. I don't want to try not to forget anything, but yeah, like most of the stuff that I asked for, uh, like I like functional stuff. Oh, okay, I appreciate that, Ezekiel. Yeah. So yeah, I changed that up. It's still got the yellow logo within it. Uh, but now it's got the mountain and somebody climbing the mountain, which obviously don't look at the mountain, just start climbing, right? Uh, yeah, no doubt about it, Fabs. No doubt about it. So, how was everybody else's Christmas? While we're on that topic, ours was good. Uh, Everybody came over to our house to open gifts on Christmas Eve, and then I went to my oldest daughter's for dinner on Christmas Day, which was cool. I ended up with both days off from work. Then had to work the last 2 days. Now I'm off for 3 more days. So yeah, it's working out all right. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, Effie. So yeah, that was kind of our Christmas. Uh, I like giving more than receiving, honestly. Um, just seeing the expression on the grandkids' faces and even our children's faces, my wife, you know, um, it's a great time of year. So, but it can also be a difficult time of the year, to be honest with you, because, you know, Christmas used to be, um, let's see, it was Christmas good until we got to go to the in laws. Oh, wow. That's not good. That's not good at all, Fabs. Damn. Well, I'm glad you're all right. I appreciate that, Jazzy Net. Yeah, but Christmas time and the holidays, it's also a time of reflection, and realizing that, you know, uh, hey, what's up, Joey Frakes? He says the wood pile's in the house. Hope you had a great holiday, bro. Hey, same to you, bro. Yeah, it was nice. Hope you're doing well. Uh, yeah, no, I hear you, Fabs. Yeah, the part about the holidays is difficult is, you know, like especially New Year's is reflecting back on all the people that aren't here anymore, you know, and you know, realizing that you're one of the elders in the family now, like it can be a little difficult, you know. Mexican G says, excuse me, Christmas brings back bad memories. When I was an addict, I broke into my brother's house and sold all the. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sucks, bro. Oh, excuse me. Ezekiel says, I got a nice watch, a drone, and the best gift I got was from my grandma, a Joe Burrow jersey. It's all black, but the number 9 is orange, and his name is Orange. Oh, that's tight, bro. That's cool. Yeah. So I think they got a pretty good chance to get in, the Bengals. And I kind of want to see them get in and wreak some havoc because everybody's kind of already counted them out. But Burrow and Chase, even T. Higgins, man, those guys are balling. So I think we all were, though, Mexican G, to be honest with you, bro. You know, um, but, you know, you made it back. And that's the most important thing because now you can show them, you know, what a good man looks like. And you're right, drugs do bring out the worst of people. Absolutely. But you know, like I just dropped a short the other day uh when I was at work. I think it was yesterday. And you know, yeah, it definitely is. Um but you know, in that short, hey, shout out to you, bro. He says been clean for 6 years now. That's awesome. And on that short that I did yesterday, I talked about, you know, like it's like a legacy type of thing, right? Like, how do you want people to see you? Because for a long time, people see me as a dope dealer, as somebody that was no good, as you know, somebody that was in and out of incarceration a lot. And yeah, that's definitely awesome, Mexican G. But you know, like we're perceived certain ways, right? Whether we like it or not. And you know, how do you want to be seen? You know, like I'll be honest with you, when I was using, I always thought nobody knew. They all know. Believe me, they all know. If they knew you sober, then they know when you're high or when you're drinking or when something ain't right, you know? And uh you know, so like how do we want to be perceived? That's good to hear, Ezekiel. Shout out to you, bro. But you know, I mean, how do you want to be? How do you want people to think of you? You know, like when I was in the game and I was out there hustling, like I didn't care. You know, like I thought I was a goon, and if you don't like me, then fuck you. You know. But what was I showing? Like my kids and stuff, and you know, like what? Like I did another short a long time ago about uh, would you be happy if your kid, one of your children, brought you home, or not you home, but somebody, you know, somebody similar to you? Like, what if that person that resembled you came, your kid brought them home? Would you be cool with that? Would you be like, oh hell yeah, this guy's gonna be in and out of jail. He's a tweaker. He's this, that, and the other. Like, would you be good with that? You know, that part right there, Mexican G. He says a lot of people fail to realize that not everyone beats addiction. Some people get lost in the sauce and never come back. And there's more than one way to never come back, right? Like some people end up losing their lives. Some people end up behind a wall. And even though, you're still alive per se, you're not there. Like you're gone. Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Ezekiel. He says, Bobby, if you were not an addict, then you wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now. You're right. What's up, Jake? He says, when I grow up, I want to be a junkie. Wow. Well, good luck with that. Yeah. And Fab says 100%, but for the ones that can and do, much love. Absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, like, too many people, especially with the Fetty involved now, everything's getting cut with Fetty, whatever you call it. Like, they're cutting meth with that shit, and people are overdosing. They're cutting everything with that stuff because it's cheap. And like, it's not good out there. Yeah, Mexican G says some people lose touch with reality. My brothers ain't been the same since they smoked Scante. They checked out mentally. Yeah, and we tend to do that, and like, you just become desensitized to everything. It's like when you're locked up, like, you become desensitized to violence. Somebody's over there getting the shit beat out of them, and all you're talking about is what's for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, you ever try to help? Stupid question, because I'm sure you have. I think that question was for Mexican G. But yeah, with the new year coming, if you're fighting with staying sober, it's a good time to put a plan in place and start working towards achieving that goal of sobriety. Finding a home meeting to go to where you can go and it's a safe place where you can work on yourself. Yeah, and Mexican G, you're absolutely right. The thing is, until you're ready, can't nobody really tell you anything. um if you're not receptive um to what people are advising you of, if you feel like you're ready, then the advice is great, because you can take that advice and use it. But people told me for the longest time, like, when are you ever going to get clean? And I used to joke around um that I would stop using when you heard the clicking noise of my coffin going into the ground. And thank God I came around before that, but for a lot of people, they don't. So yeah, and it's real unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, Mexican G. But hopefully something will happen that will uh, catapult them towards working on sobriety. So Fab says, seriously though, Broken, I just fell on your channel, and much love for you and what you've been through, and share. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. And yeah, like, I feel like too many people feel like they need to go to prison because, that's what the uncles did. That's what dad did, right? That's what happens in the neighborhood. And it don't have to happen. It really don't, whether it be addiction, whether it be gang banging, whatever it may be. Like I had all of that stuff in my life when I was growing up. And I never gangbanged, but I was definitely around that lifestyle. Uh, so I mean, where I grew up, like that, it was a badge of honor to say, "Yeah, I just paroled, homeboy." You know what I mean? So uh, things happen in your life for a reason. So clearly, Bobby, you were meant to be an addict, so you can tell other people not to touch it or do it, and help them through it, and tell them how it messed you up. Yeah, I agree. Uh, Mexican G says we was homeless on the streets for 7 years, smoking skante, got locked. My mom decided to let him come back home and give it a second try. Even got him a job. He ended up getting drunk at work. Damn. Yeah, and that's the thing, like I wish I had some good words that could help with that, but until they're ready to start working on themselves. They're ready to start working on themselves. There's not really a lot you can do, and it's really tough to just cut them off, right? Because you don't want, you know, my mom cares more about his future than him. Yeah, yeah, that's really unfortunate. What is his he's on Skante, you said? Let them hit the rock bottom. That's when most people want to change. Yeah, and I agree with you there. Yeah. And that's where like the codependency comes into it all, right? Like people want to fix things, they want to fix him, and it's like you're co-signing the bullshit basically. um and it's tough. It's really tough because you don't want to turn your back on them and then maybe something bad happens and then you're going to regret that. But at the same time, as long as you're co-signing the BS, you're you're going along with it basically, so like it's one of them really tough situations. Now, I will say there are Al-Anon meetings, which is meetings for the family of the addict. And that might be something that your mom may want to look into, Mexican G. They're called Al Anon. And that's like a support group for the family of the addict. And it helps them to work through how they should treat these situations. So that may be something that could possibly help. So you have like the AA, you have the NA, and then you have the Al Anon. So yeah, that might be something to consider. Yeah, and I hear you, Fabs. Yeah, I don't drink anymore either, but I did for quite a while. I'd say with that, as long as you do it responsibly and you're not drinking and driving and doing stuff like that, then hey, like my approach to things is a little different than the meetings. The meetings, if you're going to NA meetings, they don't want to hear that you're drinking and stuff. But I think, if you could drink a couple of beers with the boys or whatever and call it a night and not do anything that puts yourself in jeopardy, then hey, I don't see a problem with that. Absolutely, Mexican G, I agree. And that's like a big part of my program today, you know? Yeah, no, that's cool then, you know? That's my whole thing. If you can do it responsibly, then hey, then it's not illegal, you know? I mean, even with the weed in California, well, I'm in California, you know, so if you can do it responsibly, I mean, I think if you're just getting into sobriety, you should probably try to not, you know, you don't want to trade one addiction for another, that's for sure, but absolutely. I think my addiction with the gym right now is with the triceps. Those tricep push downs, like, man, I get a crazy pump on those when I go. But you know, I've been going steady to the gym now for 4 years or so. When I was in prison, like the workout was my drug, if you will. You know. Yeah, I checked out a couple of them. Or no, I checked. I think I just watched the late game on Christmas. I missed the early one. Uh huh. Yeah, like with the gym, it's like it's a safe place to go. You know, like there shouldn't be anybody getting high or drinking at the gym. But you know, you get away for a couple hours, you release those I forget what they're called, but the dopamine receptors start hitting because it's a good feeling. And yeah, it's nice. Definitely. So yeah, I just want to see the Colts lose this week and the Dolphins lose this week. And then Denver lose to Kansas City's backups next week, which that's going to be the tougher one. But oh shit, yeah, I almost tried roids once when I was a lot younger, but then I was like, nah, you know what? Mexican G says one time I seen a steroid junior throwing weights like frisbees. Dude was having a roid trip. Yeah, some of those guys like lose it on that stuff. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't. Was that part of the show, Ezekiel? I'm not sure. Uh, hey, happy holidays to you as well, Steve. Glad glad to hear you're doing all right, bro. So yeah, we're just on here doing a little Saturday Night Live, uh, talking about sobriety and getting the new year up to a good start. And oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm 20 years strong at this point. I'm not gonna let anything trip that up, you know. Like I don't even do alcohol anymore. Like, and I was never really a fan of weed. Mine was the crystal. And yeah, that's right. Steve says I'm at 15 years now. Shout out to you, bro. That's awesome. It does work though, you know, like you can recover. You can get some time under your belt and you know, it Steve's a perfect example of that. Mexican G's another good example of that. Uh, watching her, my grandma kept screaming, saying she is with the devil and Illuminati. It was funny. Yeah. So And the thing is, to be honest with you guys, like if you're trying to get clean and you stumble a time or two, that's, I don't want to say it's expected, but it's almost expected early on. But what you got to do is you got to take from the experience of what caused you to slip up and have that relapse, and then figure out how to sidestep that next time that situation comes into your life. Because life, just because you get sober, everything doesn't become great all of a sudden. Stress, right? you know Life is still life is a bitch sometimes. And you just got to find coping mechanisms for the stuff that stresses you out and makes you want to go use. So, uh, but it can be done. You can build time under your belt, and um, it's there. Hey guys, I'm going to take a really quick break. I need to run and use the restroom. So give me just a second. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that like button for me if you would. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about the interruption there. Yes, definitely a lot of coffee. Uh, but so I'll tell you guys a little story. Uh, it's going to be kind of like crazy question, but even though you have been clean, does any kind of craving hit you sometimes out of nowhere? Just curious. Not really. No, I wouldn't say I don't get cravings anymore for the crystal. Um, Alcohol once in a while, like I'll see a bottle or something, and I'll think, man, that would be cool. But like just from the stuff that I see in the streets, uh, um, just from what I'm hearing about like the fentanyl epidemic out here in these streets, like I'm to the point where like I don't want nothing to do with that stuff, you know. But you know what it does to you, so yeah. And that's the thing, like in playing the tape all the way through, I know if I were to go and get high, then that timer starts. I got about 6 months and I'm gonna be in jail. And that's a pretty good deterrent in itself. But yeah, look at Steve says, I have no friends left. They all overdose. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But I play that tape through in my head, and I know that like it's just not the way to go. And now, with doing these lives and the YouTube and stuff, like it's even more. I Yeah, as far as cravings go, though, no. Sometimes I'll be watching a show on TV or something, like what's that show I like to watch? Where like they're coming to the border and they always find a bunch of dope and stuff in trucks and cars and stuff. I can't forget what this contraband seized at the border, I think it's called, or something. Like sometimes I'll see that and I'll think, wow, look at that. But then, like I said, I play that tape through in my head and I think, that's stupid. Like I've got 20 years of sobriety. Like last thing I would want to do is start over. Plus, like my life isn't that way anymore to where that's even appealing, Yeah, it's not worth it anymore. You're right, Steve. I remember one time I was at work and one of my friends, he's still a good friend. Uh, he was messing around. He had like crushed up an aspirin or something. And he showed it to me. He's like, "Hey, you want some?" And I said, "I can't fuck with you." And like I drove away from him and he pulled up. He's like, "Bro, it was an aspirin. I'm just messing with you." And I was like, "Don't mess with me like that." I don't think that's funny. Like friendships are cool, but my sobriety is the main. It's more important than anything, So, yeah, that's a good question. So, yeah. So the wifey got me some new earbuds for Christmas. I took them to work. I had charged up the little case and everything. I put them in. I'm listening to a podcast, and they go dead after a while, a couple of hours. So I stick them back in the case, and it's kind of dark in my truck, Um, and I let them charge for a couple hours, and I can't get them to turn back on. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong here? I need to watch my language, but I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? Like, why won't these things turn back on? So I get home. I get home at like 4 a.m, and my son's in the kitchen, and I'm like, I hand him the case, and I say, hey, what's going on with these things? Like, I can't get them to turn on. And he opens it up. He pulls one out. He looks at it, and he peels these little stickers off of both of them. No, they're not AirPods. They're Skull Candy earbuds. But he pulls the little stickers off and he says, well, they can't charge if the connections ain't. Like, I felt so stupid. But I was happy that, it wasn't, like I thought maybe I didn't charge them long enough initially because you know how you have to charge them for a while. And yeah, he's like, oh, you just got to peel these things off. Yeah, they'll be fine in about an hour. I'm like, thanks for the technical support there, son. I appreciate you. Man, wild times. But yeah, I thought that was funny. Kind of at my own expense, but if you can't laugh at yourself, man. So I guess there's yeah, they're actually really good. I was listening to some music on them last night, and I was really impressed with like they got good bass and everything. Like they're nice. Definitely a good gift. Yeah, I do the same thing, Steve. Because at work we're not supposed to be operating our equipment with earbuds in. And I don't know if I should be telling the world this, but I'll keep one in my right ear. That way, if somebody pulls up next to me on my left, they can't see them. And like you said, when this one starts going dead, I plug it back in, then I put it in the other one and pull the beanie down a little bit. I'm giving up way too much game right now, but it is what it is. But I work 10-hour shifts in a yard truck moving trailers around. Like I gotta have some sort of entertainment while I'm working. Otherwise, being in my own head is a dangerous place sometimes. So I need something to keep me distracted. Maybe I'm a little ADHD or something. I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Ezekiel. Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at this week. Um, hell, the new year's upon us already, isn't it, guys? Man, like I said, it's a time of reflection, looking back, thinking about what did I do right this year? What did I do wrong? How can I make next year better? Um, and then putting a plan together, to try to make next year better than this year was. This year wasn't necessarily bad, wasn't great. I mean, inflation's killing us all, I think. Steve says, I'm still dealing with kidney stones. Almost, oh man, that's painful, bro. That's really painful. Sexy Latina says, any New Year's resolutions? Let me give that one to the group. Anybody have any New Year's resolutions? Everything I hurt myself, I laugh and call myself stupid. For me, I think my biggest New Year's resolution is to start making some money with YouTube. I've had oh, are they gone, Steve, or are you still dealing with them? Yeah, there was an issue because ADP, who does our payroll, had made a clerical error on my name. So when I submitted my W-2s to YouTube, uh, yeah, there you go. That's a great one, Steve. Man, them things can be really painful. Um, but yeah, so my W-2 will be fixed. My new W-2 will be fixed and my name will be correct. So when I submit that to YouTube, they should owe me a little bit of money, a couple $100, not a whole lot. Like I said, the thing is, I don't make much money on here, you know, uh, but the little bit of money that they do owe me would be great to collect. Maybe I can make some T-shirts or something to promote the channel. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, But I think I want to take that new logo and put it on a shirt. So I think that would be cool. Maybe grab a few pro clubs and take them to the mall. They make the shirts there. So see what we can do. Yeah, I hope that resolution comes true for you, Steve. Uh, Ezekiel says, my New Year's resolution is spend more time with my grandma before she passes away and get my driver's license and move out on my own and get a job. Sounds like you got some good plans there, Ezekiel. And that family time's definitely very important. You're a smart guy. Before you realize it, like I said, like the Christmas holidays, it used to be we would go to these events and you know my mom and dad were alive, my wife's mom and dad were alive. Now they're all gone. So you never know how much more time you have, and I heard somebody say, and I liked it. He said, as you go to these holiday events, you know spend time with people because you never know at next year's holiday events if they're all still going to be there. And that cut kind of deep, like damn, it could very well be true. Every year on New Year's Eve, we look back at, who's not there to celebrate with us. So, um, and celebrating New Year's Eve sober, that's different. Not having some drinks, but you can do it and you can have fun without the drinks. If alcohol is your problem. So, yeah, that's kind of our message of today is let's have some fun and sobriety. Let's be that person that people look up to and not that person that people look down on. Because I always had it twisted. When I was dealing drugs, I thought I was that person people looked up to, but that wasn't the case for the most part. Most people looked down on me and said, man, this guy. The Seattle Green says, what good is sobriety when our future is death? Well, I mean, death and taxes are the only thing that's truly promised to us, right? But you could look at it this way. Do you want to meet that death sooner? Do you want to spend your time incarcerated because of your addiction and the problems that lead you to? I mean, the choice is yours, really. But, I think we should make the best of the life that we do have. And to be honest with you, like I'm in my early 50s. I was addicted to crystal for 15 plus years. Like, I don't feel like I'm in my early 50s. I feel old. I mean, if that's what you want. Ezekiel says, yeah, growing up, me and my grandma was so close, but when I became a teenager and I moved around 5 times, we wasn't close no more. But now she and my uncle and my 3 little cousins and aunts are right next door to me. Oh, that's good, Ezekiel. Yeah, definitely enjoyed her, bro. And uh, Steve says, sorry guys, but I'm going to bed. Got to work early. Happy New Year's, everyone. Stay sober. P.S. I feel old too, Bobby. Right? Hey, I appreciate you tapping in tonight, Steve. You have a good one. And if I don't hear from you, Happy New Year to you as well. Sexy Latina says, well, you look great and you don't look old. Well, thank you, honey. I'm just trying to keep up with you. My wife is my age. She looks like she's 29, I swear. Beautiful. The Seattle Green. Later, Steve. Have a good one, bro. Keep fighting the good fight. Seattle Green says, I'm suing my parents for being forced to live. I did not ask. Oh, man. I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling. Are you one of those? Oh, man. I'm sitting here like, okay, how do I approach that one? That's a good one, Seattle Green. All right, hey, Seattle Green, are you in Seattle? Didn't they legalize drugs up there? Or maybe I'm thinking about Portland. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering how that's working out over there. But are you a Seahawk fan? I'm not going to go into the football stuff, but well, guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Okay. Now I hear you. Yeah, be sure to subscribe. I got tons of videos up on my addiction, where my addiction took me. No, knock it off, Ezekiel. And the usual suspects didn't come in tonight, but I was going to make an announcement about people like to go in on other people and troll other people in the chat. We're going to put a stop to that unless people are willing participants. If people want to troll each other, right? If people are cool with trolling each other, that's fine. By all means, it's funny sometimes. But we don't want people being run off who may be here trying to hear a message. And not that I'm the ultimate messenger or anything like that, but I did live that life and I was able to come back from it. So, moving forward, if people, if people are not going to be nice to one another, then we'll just start timing people out. Because I'm trying to get a message out here, and if people aren't going to be nice to one another, then we're just not going to have time for that. So that's my public service announcement. Thank you for listening. And Seattle Green says, I'm stealing his thunder, I guess. Ezekiel says, I'm not jealous. Be nice. Okay. So I think we'll run it till about an hour, which is another 9 minutes or so. And then we'll wrap it up for the evening, guys. I'll either go live tomorrow night or Monday, one of the two. What are you talking about, Ezekiel? I didn't hear anybody bring up your mother. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Ezekiel. I didn't see any comment about your mother, sir. And I understand being protective. That's a wonderful quality. But I didn't see any comment about that. I think maybe you misunderstood when he said he's suing his parents. What's up, Michael? Michael Corleone? He says, 4 Niners. That's right. And some people were saying that us Niner fans are kind of quiet this year. Well, it's still bang, bang, motherfuckers. So it's always going to be Niners on mine. Either we're going to, you remember when G did? Yeah. But what does that got to do with Seattle Green, Ezekiel? Michael Corleone says, bang, bang, Niner gang. Yes. And that's what I'm talking. That's the whole statement I made about people are going to be timed out. We're not going to allow that type of stuff to happen in here anymore. Because, if it's a mutual thing and you guys are cool with talking shit back and forth, then by all means handle that. But if I feel like somebody is making somebody else uncomfortable in the chat, then that's where my moderators will step in and give somebody a timeout to think about what they've done and correct their actions or get booted. So, and that's exactly what I was saying, Ezekiel. So I want it to be a more user-friendly thing in the chat. I don't want people being intimidated by others through people talking shit. So that's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. Because I'm here talking about sobriety, and we talk all kinds of shit about all kinds of stuff. But okay, get my head in the game. You said that Seattle Green needed to go. Get your head in the game, Ezekiel. You said Seattle Green, get out. Okay. I just happened to stumble across this channel very randomly. I have a sense of humor, and most people don't. Yeah. And then that's what I'm saying. Like I love it when there's banner in the chat. And if people, want to poke at each other, as long as all parties involved are cool, then that's great, because like I like to clown too. I like to have fun. I like to talk a little shit, just because I'm sober doesn't mean I'm dead. You know what I mean? But the, okay. So that was the point I'm making, but it's, I want to have fun on here, and I want to have fun with the interactions. I just don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. And that wasn't aimed at anybody in particular, because the usual suspects that do that aren't even in the chat tonight. So I appreciate everybody that is in here and participating. I hope that clarified what I was trying to say. And that's good, Seattle Green. I'm glad to hear that. Clowning, capping. Yeah, like I want people to realize that when you get sober, you're not dead. You don't have to be all stiff and shit. Like, we can still have some fun. But at the same time, I don't want people getting ran off either, And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So we'll probably get back on either tomorrow night or Monday night, one of the two. So join us then, if you will. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. The usual suspects aren't here. So when they are here, I will reiterate my message on that, Ezekiel. So thank you, everybody, for joining the live tonight. You are all appreciated. Did I miss something here? When the word capping, going to cap, meant talking about, not lying. That's weird how the word cap turned into you're not telling the truth. Yeah, it is weird, huh? Oh, and Sexy Latina says, before you get off, what's your thoughts on the egg issue? Oh my God, eggs are expensive. We were down at the market earlier, a flat of 60 eggs. Hey, I appreciate you, Seattle Green. Yeah, I'm glad you stumbled across the page, and hopefully we'll see you again either tomorrow night or Monday night. As far as the eggs go, $29 for a flat of 60 eggs. Jesus Christ, like, am I gonna have to buy some chickens or something? I don't even know how that stuff works. Is it chicken? Yeah, chickens lay eggs, right? Some chickens and some roosters, and we're gonna have to start producing our own eggs. Because I like eggs, Hey, Seattle Green says that's why I have chickens. Yeah, like is it ironic that Trump got reelected and now there's a bird flu epidemic? Like COVID? Like, are the aliens coming next? Like, what the hell's going on? Yeah. Michael Corleone says, wow, just a few weeks ago, they were $20 for 60 eggs, and those weren't even organic. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, it's outrageous, the prices on this stuff. I hope that they can get this stuff turned around, because I do like eggs, Michael Corleone says, I used to have some chickens. You don't save money when having chickens, but maybe in the long run, just a little, and then it's depending on what kind of feed you give them, healthy or non. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. And I heard that Governor Newsom actually declared a state of emergency for the bird flu. So I'm not sure if that's because of the eggs in the chickens, or if it's crossed over into people, or what the hell's going on. But I don't know. Trump's coming into office. We're gonna see some weird things, I'm sure. So Seattle Green says, I feed my leftovers to the chickens. Wow. His chickens eat good. Some good eggs, I imagine, huh? It's supposedly hitting the dog food now, too. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Food we eat, what we feed our animals is the same stuff, non-pesticide GMO. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for the night. Like I said, I'll either be back on tomorrow night or Monday night, one of the two. And the gas prices are actually coming down right now. I think I paid $3.79 the other night, that's the lowest it's been in a while. I don't know why, but I don't know. Things are weird, but I'll take it. I'll take a $37 fill up any day when it was 60 not that long ago. So, nice meeting you as well, Seattle Green. I appreciate you tapping in with us tonight. Flu happening, World War III, we're involved in, and it's marching forward to possibly globally. Yeah, it really is trippy times, Michael. I agree. All right, guys, so I'm going to shut it down for the night. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way, whenever I go live or I drop a new video, you will be informed. I have the first 4 steps of recovery. I have videos for the first 4 steps of the 12 steps that you could check out if that's something that interests you. I have videos on my addiction and where my addiction took me. County jail stories, prison stories. I was on probation in 3 different counties at the same time: San Bernardino, Riverside, and Los Angeles counties. And yeah, drugs really screwed my life up, but I was able to turn it around, and you can as well. Remember, it's just about building a strong foundation around you. The people, they say, show me your friends and I'll show you, what you're about. Very true, Have a good one, Ezekiel. Matt Vay says, greetings from the Los Angeles Police Department at night. Shout out to the LAPD. The LA sheriffs are the one that got me, though. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Like I said, it's about building that strong foundation around you. If you're new to recovery, find a meeting that you like and go check that out, and that will help you to progress in your sobriety. Anyways, have a good night, guys. I'll see you either tomorrow night or Monday night. And like I always say, don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing. Appreciate you guys.